First thing is, why are you winding yourself up and then having time to unwind yourself? What is the point of winding yourself up and then unwinding? Well, as a human being, because the physical body has certain limits of what it can do and cannot do, maybe sometimes you need rest. But why do you think it is downtime? It's part of the maintenance for the next course of action, all right? So, this unwinding business has become very popular, everybody is talking about unwinding, detoxing and whatever. First of all, why are you so toxic and then you want to detox yourself? You're eating wrong, you're thinking wrong, your emotions are wrong and you toxed up and now you want to detox. You wind yourself up and then you want to unwind. Winding yourself up is a crime and unwinding, now amount of time and energy it takes to unwind. And how do you unwind? I know what are all the methods to unwind people are using. No, you don't have to wind yourself up or unwind. This is why I'm saying why a purpose is important is, if your purpose is really burning in your heart, activity is not burdensome. Activity will never be burdensome. You will know the joy of action because it's not burdensome. It's always, you're looking for an opportunity. You're not looking for an opportunity to rest, you're looking for an opportunity to be on. And when use the word on, let's understand this. You're alive, that means you're on. You're off means you know what it means. No, we don't want that to happen right away. So, life is about being on. A time will come to go off. After that you can't switch on again, it's done. So when it's on, never think of on and off, it's on and off. Because life is about being on. Let me remind you, all of you, many of you thinking, how much should I do, how much should I not do? See, these questions will come up only if you don't have a purpose to fulfill. A purpose which is larger than yourself, if you don't have it in your heart, then always the calculations of what should I do, what should I not do. There is a saying in Kannada, "Hena bidru egal kodalvante." Even when somebody is dead, 4 people have to carry. In that, 3 people will be taking the load, one guy will be just pretending to go and not really giving his shoulder. So, he thinks he's smart. No, he's not smart, he's stupid, he's missing out the whole experience of life. So there is no such thing as on and off, you're on. When you're exhausted, you'll anyway fall down and you will get up when you're rejuvenated, all right? So, don't plan all these unwinding plans. When you're exhausted, you fall dead and you come awake again, okay? That's how life should be.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. There's a video which is going round in social media, distorting the meaning of what you spoke about Krishna, and many people are falling for it and saying negative things about you. And it has happened before also. Why is that people are not able to see through such acts again and again?
Yes, somebody brought this Leela video from the program Leela. The program Leela was conducted because of our profound appreciation and devotion for Krishna as the most playful and fantastic, colorful manifestation of yoga. Well, this is an intimate program of 8 days, many things have been said. They take a video and mischievously edit it and make it look like some sacrilegious thing has been said. Their idea of sacrilege is this: I'm talking about Krishna and Yashoda, who is his foster mother. And I say, initially though she was there as a mother, after some time she becomes her lover. Their idea of lover means going to bed with somebody. They don't understand that Krishna is love. There is nobody who cannot be his lover. Everybody can be there only as his lover, no other way. Fortunately, their idea of a lover is sexuality and they're feeling offended about it. Some are genuinely offended, I'm sorry for them. But others are mischievous, they're making up these things, they know why they edited the movie, the video like that. It's an intentional, mischievous edit. So for those who are genuinely admirers and lovers of Krishna, I'm using that word again for you, if you are, you can be rest assured that I will not say something against him or anybody for that matter. Krishna, there is no other way to approach him than as a lover. So when she realizes the child that she is possessive about and so enamored with, she realizes slowly as he grows what is his quality. She knows the only way she can engage with him is to be in love with him. Yes, to be in love with somebody. Actually, even physical lovers, when they really love, there will be no sexuality between them, they will be just there. Just holding hands and sitting is all that matters, it'll become like that. So even among them, where they came together because of bodily push, even they become like that. Here, he is an embodiment of love. How can anybody be without being his lover? Everybody, his mother, grandmother, friends, man, woman, child, cows, everybody loves him because that's the only way they can be. If you love somebody, you are his lover. If you don't understand that, I'm very sorry. Those of you who've been hurt, genuinely believing I've said something against that, I'm sorry, please correct yourself, it's not so. But those of you who are doing it mischievously, what can I do for you? At least when it comes to Krishna, bring some love into your heart. Don't go about with this mischief and these hate campaigns that you run all the time. Bringing a balance between Ida and Pingala is a very important part of living a balanced life. 40 minutes at a time, 4 times during the day, there is a certain transition happening. These are called twilight zones or sandhyas, because at this time, the balance between Ida and Pingala shifts very rapidly. In the yogic way of looking at things, there is no such thing as body and mind. There is physical body, there is mental body, there's energy body. The energy body comprises of 72,000 nadis. When we say a nadi, it means a channel or a pathway. Nadi does not mean a nerve. If you cut open this body, you will not see the nadis, there is no such thing physically. But experientially, if you observe the nature of the movement of energy in the system, you will see that it always moves along established pathways, never randomly. So there are 72,000 ways in which it moves. 36 on the right, 36 on the left, 36,000 on either side. The right is called as Pingala, the left is referred to as Ida. These are also referred to as sun and moon. So, these two, Ida and Pingala, or the sun and the moon, the right and the left, on the level of your mind signify the logical and the intuitive. When I say intuitive, intuition is not another dimension of perception, but just another dimension of computing. If you have the same amount of information within you, If you go logically, there may be 10 steps to get to a place. Intuition means you don't take the 10 steps, you just jump to the 10th step. But today modern education systems, 100% stomping on the intuitive dimension, only the logical is developed. Anything intuitive is dismissed off as mumbo-jumbo. For everything you have to think through. What your grandmothers just knew, today you have to do $1 billion research to find the same thing. When you have to think through everything, and everything seems to have multiple steps, now life becomes stressful. If one wants to be successful beyond a certain point, there are some things where you should be able to jump the steps and arrive at it. Still the same information, still the same stuff. It is just that you don't have to walk through that many steps every time. This makes life very stressful because it is like you're driving your car on two wheels, the other two wheels unused and safe. I don't know for when to be used, but the two wheels that you're using will feel enormous amount of stress. So, in the yogic system, the significance of the intuition is as important as the logical. So bringing a balance between Ida and Pingala is a very important part of living a balanced life. Being able to conduct yourself through complex situations with ease comes only when the intuitive dimension of your mind is sufficiently evolved and developed. Otherwise, small things will freak you because for everything there are multiple steps. Here we'll be doing a few things to bring a balance between Ida and Pingala, to give you an experiential understanding of this. If you take your forefinger, place it beneath your nostrils and gently exhale. Find out in which nostril the breath is dominant right now. How many of you right? Left. Okay, it's either right or left. Only two barrels, you know. If there were 25, how complex it would have been. If you observe yourself through the day, you would have noticed that approximately between 40 to 48 minutes, the dominance of the breath will shift from right to left and left to right. Have you ever noticed this? Have you? Why this is happening is, within the system, the dominance of energy, or prana, which is the vital force in the system, is shifting from Pingala to Ida and Ida to Pingala every 40 minutes. Once the energy shifts, within the next 8 minutes, the breath will shift. If you're in a perfect state of health and well-being, it will shift within a few moments, or we can say instantaneously. This shifting is happening every 40 minutes, but during certain times of the day, which are referred to as the Sandhya Kalas, which means the twilight zones. 20 minutes before sunrise, 20 minutes after sunrise. Oh, that's okay, Sadhguru, tell me if there are other times. 20 minutes before noon, 20 minutes after noon. 20 minutes before sunset, 20 minutes after sunset, 20 minutes before midnight and 20 minutes after midnight. 40 minutes at a time, 4 times during the day. There is a certain transition happening These are called twilight zones or sandhyas, because at this time, the balance between Ida and Pingala shifts very rapidly. Because it's shifting rapidly within yourself, it's very easy to bring it to a balance at these times. To an extent, almost everywhere in the world, any spiritual process or practice means morning, evening. Sandhya has become synonymous with spiritual practice. The time has become synonymous with many practices. So, bringing a balance between Ida and Pingala is important for a balanced development of a human being.
You feel truly comfortable only when you're in balance, in some way. When there's any kind of imbalance, there's discomfort, isn't it? Yes? When you're experiencing any kind of imbalance, there is discomfort. Only when you attain to a certain balance, you feel really comfortable. So comfort is never really determined by what you're sitting on or where you are. Comfort is determined by how balanced you are within yourself. This basic comfort that every human being must have, unfortunately, has been denied to too many people. Just to sit with total ease in one place is not there in most people right now, isn't it? Simply sitting in ease, complete ease, it is not there. So, when there is no ease, it's a disease. Whether you're medically diagnosed or not, it is a dis-ease. If the dis-ease continues over a period of time, it will manifest itself in the body as a malfunction, which gets labeled as some kind of disease, like incredible names they're coming out with for every kind of problem. The fundamental reason why the system doesn't last its span, it's designed to last its span, but it is not lasting its span because we're keeping it in various levels of imbalance. You drive your car on just two wheels all the time, something will break down. So, similarly, the whole system is not being properly kept. There is not enough balance in the system. Only when you're in balance there is comfort, otherwise there is no comfort. One will not know comfort unless he knows some sense of balance within himself. Only when you're in balance, you can be still. And man is ill. Human beings are ill only because they do not know how to be still. Stillness will not come unless there is proper balance. Only when you're totally balanced, you can be still within yourself, otherwise that will not happen.
Your ability to resist these kind of invasions upon your life will be greatly enhanced. You must take enormous care about the water because it's 72%. If you do this, you will see half your problems of health. Minimum 50% will go away in 6 weeks' time. Most people develop relationship with the soil only after they die. But it's very important to develop relationship with the soil when you're alive. I would say especially now, with this virus around. Believe me, those of you who are in some way in contact with the soil, here we call this Prithvi Prema Seva, that means getting involved with the soil in a very loving manner. Well, your ability to live, your ability to resist these kind of invasions upon your life will be greatly enhanced. It's not just enough if you live. It's important that you live strong. Living strong does not mean you grow big muscles and dominate somebody. Living strong means here life happens big. For this, you need a body.
which treats the entire planet as its extension, which it is. So, it's very important that you bring this, all of you who are here at the Isha Yoga Center, we will set up some processes for you so that every one of you, at least once in 3 days, your hands and feet are in the soil. Very important. And wherever else you are, if you have a small patch of a garden, or you can volunteer that you will work in somebody else's garden. Believe me, yes, they will get free labor, but don't think they are getting more, you're getting much more because you being connected with the soil will make a phenomenal difference for the way your physical body functions. Put your hands into the soil, very important. Otherwise, those of you who are too well-to-do but don't want to be seen doing any work because it may create a wrong image for your affluence, you can have a mud bath. Yes, that is also one way. Just bring 40 to 50% of the food in its raw form, that means it's alive. It must be a live cell, it can be a vegetable, it can be a fruit, it can be a nut, it can be sprouted gram. At least 40 to 50%, the food that you eat must be alive. You eat dead food and you want to live, this is a little difficult thing to do, because you have to raise the dead now. When you cook the food, to digest the food, all the ingredients necessary for digestion are not in the body alone. The food also brings these enzymes. When you cook the food, you are largely destroying these enzymes. Minus the enzymes when you eat, now the body has to struggle to reconstruct that part that has been destroyed, and then only it can digest. Normally, first 1.5 hours after eating, it tends to take the body down. After that, slowly, it recovers. Have you noticed? So food is for energy, but we are making the food in such a way that it takes away energy in the first 1.5 hours. Only after that, slowly, it comes back. Anyway, however good your digestive process is, still you can never reconstitute all the enzymes that we have destroyed by cooking. Only partly we can do that. One simple thing can be just a shower. Always to shower before go to bed, it'll make a lot of difference. In this weather, maybe cold showers are difficult, so you go for lukewarm showers, don't go for hot showers in the night. Go for lukewarm showers, it makes you alert. So you will think, oh, I cannot sleep. It doesn't matter, you will sleep 15–20 minutes or half an hour later, but you will sleep better because it will take away certain things. When you shower, it is not just the dirt on the skin that you're taking away. Have you noticed, if you're very tense and anxious, whatever, just a shower, you came out and feels like almost the burden has been taken away from you? Have you not noticed this? So it's not just about washing the skin. A whole lot of things happen when water flows over your body. This shower is a very rudimentary buddhi shuddhi, because over 70% of your body is actually water. If you run water over it, a certain purification happens, which is beyond cleaning the skin. You must take enormous care about the water because it's 72% and it has tremendous memory. If I open this water, or even without opening, if I say something to this water, it remembers. There has been lot of experiments in this direction. So, if you take this water from wherever the waterworks is and pump it to your house, let's say it went through 50 bends, pumped forcefully with a certain force, which naturally is done, and you're living on 12th floor of the apartment, so further force down. Now they're saying, if it goes through 50 bends, about 60% of the water has turned poisonous. Immediately when it comes in the tap, if you take it and immediately drink it, it will work as poison in your system. If you take it and hold it for some time, it will undo itself again. Because the poisoning is not chemical, it is molecular. Molecular changes are happening, no chemical changes happening. This is why traditionally your grandmother always told you, always you must gather the water, keep it overnight in your house in a properly cleaned vessel with vibhuti and kumkum on it and one flower on it. Yes or no? Traditional homes, only tomorrow morning you drink it. Not as soon as it comes inside your house, you don't drink it because it carries all kinds of memories. In very traditional homes, people every day do puja to the water pot. Yes? And you never drink the water as soon as it comes. You keep it, give it enough time to undo itself from whatever nonsense it has gathered so that it is suitable for you when you drink. Water you must take care, because it's 72%. It's first class, more than passing mark. Empty stomach and hunger are two different things. Hunger means your energy levels start dropping. But empty stomach is a good thing. In the yogic sciences, today modern science also is coming in line with this. But what we know by our experience, you will spend $1 billion to come there. Because research is all about how many $1 million, that's how it is. Your body and your brain works at its best only when your stomach is empty. So we always make sure we eat in such a way, how much ever we eat, our stomach must be always empty within 2 to 2.5 hours' time maximum. So we go to bed hungry always. People think they cannot sleep, they can sleep. So minimum 8 hours gap is what is recommended in yoga. Between one meal and the next meal, there must be an 8-hour space. If you do this, you will see half your problems of health, whatever you have health problems, minimum 50% will go away in 6 weeks' time.
The word Nadi Shuddhi literally means cleansing the nadis. When we say nadis, we are not talking about the 72,000, because these 72,000 are only a branch out of the two basic nadis, the Pingala and the Ida. 36,000 branching out from Pingala, 36,000 branching out from Ida. This is the energy physiology of a human being. When we say Nadi Shuddhi, we are talking about cleansing fundamentally the Pingala and Ida so that energy system will work in balance. There is a connection between your breath and your mental structure. To bring balance to your thought is a very important step that you need to take if you want to bring balance to your activity, your emotion and the results of your life and the impact that you have on other people's lives. Nadi Shuddhi plays an important role.
Here are a few guidelines that will set optimal conditions and greatly enhance your receptivity of the practices. Please ensure cell phones are either in silent mode or switched off. It is advisable not to sit for the program with a full stomach or immediately after a meal. Please sit with your spine comfortably erect, hands uncrossed, and palms open. These conditions will prepare you to be in a heightened state of receptivity and derive the most benefits from the practices. These practices are very safe and simple and can be done by anybody. The practices we will be learning here can be done by anyone ages 7 years and above. If you wear glasses while doing the yoga practices, please remove them and keep them aside. How to do Nadi Shuddhi? She will demonstrate. Please observe. Sit in a cross-legged posture with your spine comfortably erect, eyes closed. Left hand should be loosely placed in the middle of your lap, palm facing upwards. Use only your right hand. Use your thumb and ring finger. Fold your middle and index fingers. The ring and little finger are held straight and side by side touching. Now block your right nostril with your thumb and inhale through your left nostril. After the inhalation is complete, exhale through the same. In a similar fashion, using the ring finger, block your left nostril and inhale through the right nostril. Then exhale through the same. Again, block the right and open the left. Inhale and exhale. Continue like this. Be focused on your breath. So when you do this Nadi Shuddhi, what is most important is to breathe fully in and fully out, as slowly and as gently as it is possible for you. You should not make any sound when you exhale or inhale. So for this to happen, you just need to remember one basic point so that Nadi Shuddhi happens by itself. You will always switch after every exhalation. So that means whichever nostril you inhale through, the same nostril you exhale through. You do Nadi Shuddhi for a minimum of 4 minutes. A few corrections for the practice. Do not keep your left hand on the thigh. The left hand should be loosely placed in the middle of your lap. To clarify, on the right hand, you use only your thumb and ring finger. The ring and little finger are held straight and are side by side touching. Fold your middle and index finger. If you are unable to hold them straight, do it as best you can. Also, there is a tendency to keep the head down or turn to one side. Unconsciously, your face may tilt one way or the other. Your head should be straight. If you maintain this, your system will come to a balance very quickly. Ensure not to press too hard on the lower part of the nostril. Locate the septal bone on your right nostril, just a millimeter beneath that. If you place the thumb, with very minimal pressure, you can block the nostril effectively so that no air can escape. Ensure you are not breathing shallow, doing normal breathing, or holding the breath. The breathing should be fully in and fully out. We will do Nadi Shuddhi together now. Sit in a cross-legged posture with your spine comfortably erect. If you are unable to sit on the floor, you can sit in a chair with your legs crossed at the ankles. Left hand should be loosely placed in the middle of your lap, palm facing upward. Use only your right hand. Use your thumb and ring finger. Fold your middle and index fingers. The ring and little finger are held straight and are side by side touching. Close your eye. Now block your right nostril with your thumb and inhale through your left nostril. After the inhalation is complete, exhale through the same. Now using the ring finger, block your left nostril and inhale through the right nostril. Then exhale through the same. Again, block the right and open the left. Inhale and exhale. Continue to do this until we ask you to stop. Be focused on your breath. The breathing is fully in and fully out. Do it as slowly and gently as you can. Make sure your spine is comfortably erect. Ensure your head is straight. Continue to be focused on your breath. You can end with an exhalation through your left nostril and stop. Please slowly open your eyes.
Peace is not the ultimate goal of life. It is the most fundamental requirement. If you hold it as the ultimate goal in your life, you will only rest in peace.